Now, what was that? No! This doesn't concern. Never should have come here. No!
On your knees, worm! You won't get the best of me!
Okay, so this is the unofficial Skyrim patch. Simply gonna fix a couple of bugs. It doesn't really change the combat all that much. Insignificant object remover is gonna make it so that overall tiny little items and objects in the world that you can't really see get removed. It's gonna help your FPS, and it's gonna make it so moving around is a lot easier in the forest of Skyrim. Genesis surface spawn just gonna allow you to spawn as many bandits as you want in the outside world. OBIS is even better. It just simply makes it so that every single bandit is very different from one another. They have detailed faces and they have classes. They have occupations. So some of them have like poison. Some of them are archers. Some of them are berserks. Some of them are heavy warriors, and it just overall, it just adds a really immersive and realistic feel to the Bandits of Skyrim. Ultimate Dodge mod is gonna allow you to dodge around and allows the enemies to do it as well. So you're gonna see a lot of enemies dodging and doing this roll, or you could use either roll or sidestep. It's up to you. I personally like to use a roll. It's a lot more consistent. Here I roll behind this character and I backstab him, getting the bonus backstab damage that I get from another mod. More blood and gore and enhanced blood textures, great mods. Allows you to see more blood in the game overall. It makes the blood look amazing. You're gonna see a lot more bloodiness in combat. It's really recommended. Tweaks to Thievery is going to allow you to do, well, it's going to overall just does a lot of little things, but it makes the sneaking a little bit more difficult. And Wildcat of Skyrim is going to make it so that there's locational damage, so there's injuries and all these things that affect the game. I personally like to shut that off. I don't really like it just because the combat is very immersive already with all my mods that I have, and they feel kind of gamey, but it also makes it so that you could do locational damage. So if you hit someone in the back, you're gonna get a lot extra damage, 25% extra damage. It does a lot of tiny things, AI changes as well. And this is the damage plugin that I use. It just makes it so that within all the difficulty settings, the combat is gonna be fair. So you're gonna do as much damage to the enemies as do to you. Deadly combat is gonna make it so that enemies act differently based on their what they're using or whatever item they're using. They all have a specific AI. It also allows you to do time blocks. I heavily recommend that mod. Hardcore aggressive combat AI, just gonna make it so that enemies are way more aggressive. Mortal enemies gonna allow enemies, like whenever they attack, they're gonna have to commit to attack and they can't turn around as much. Same thing applies to you, so it's gonna make the combat feel extremely realistic. And it allows you to roll behind other people with the dodge mod that I use. Also, I have a blocking mod, which allows it so that blocking in general is a lot more useful. The cap for the amount of damage blocked is increased to 80% with one-handed weapons, and overall it's really useful. Tweaks to Alchemy, it's going to make it so that drinking potions in battle it heals slowly over time, not instantly, so it's not going to make it as exploitable to drink potions as you see me do here. It does a lot of other things as well, but that's the main thing that affects combat. Disable God Rays, Bulkhead Mountain Climbing, Bulkhead Fast Travel, FPS Boost, and Color Patch Remover. Just a couple of FPS and patches for the game. It's going to allow you to run a lot more mods, and generally going to make the combat a lot smoother because you're going to have better FPS.